I'll paraphrase the entire narrative for you, maintaining the original meaning while changing the wording and structure. During the late afternoon hours, golden sunlight streamed through the expansive windows of Pemberton's Bistro, a celebrated upscale restaurant located in Portland, Oregon. Inside, the atmosphere consisted of hushed conversations, the gentle sound of glassware meeting, and melodic piano music playing softly. An older African-American woman entered through the front door. Though her movements were measured and deliberate, she maintained excellent posture despite her advanced years. A carefully embroidered navy coat adorned her figure, and she carried a modest black purse pressed against her side. While her face appeared serene, she emanated an understated sense of command. A hostess approached with what seemed like an insincere welcome. "Have you made a reservation?" the hostess inquired. "Indeed, it's listed under Mrs. Holloway," the elderly woman responded in a courteous and unwavering tone. The hostess escorted her to seating positioned in a rear corner adjacent to the kitchen, far from the restaurant's prime locations. Mrs. Holloway settled into her chair and examined the dining options. However, something felt wrong. Her designated server, a lanky young man named Todd in his late 20s, repeatedly passed by her table while scarcely acknowledging her presence. Upon his eventual arrival, he offered a perfunctory smile. "My apologies for keeping you waiting. The restaurant is extremely crowded at the moment. I'll return shortly to record your selections." Mrs. Holloway responded with a dignified nod, despite observing that surrounding tables with younger customers appeared to receive prompt attention. She became aware of furtive looks and hushed comments from fellow guests. What should have been moments stretched into what seemed endless. Todd reappeared, displaying no additional warmth. "Unfortunately, we're operating with limited staff today. Your service may be significantly delayed." Mrs. Holloway's mouth curved into a subtle smile. "That's perfectly fine," she responded, concealing whatever disappointment she experienced. Yet across the dining room, someone was observing everything, their face growing stern from her secluded position. Mrs. Holloway maintained her dignified composure. Meanwhile, Todd devoted his energy to neighboring tables, speaking cheerfully while recording orders and exchanging humorous remarks with other guests. A sense of discomfort spread among the other diners. "How is it that woman still hasn't been helped?" a young female patron murmured to her companion. Todd eventually came back. "You're still undecided?" he questioned with indifference, as if she were responsible for the holdup. She met his gaze, her expression remaining gentle yet penetrating. "I'm prepared to place my order at your convenience." Several tables distant, a man approaching 40 sat observing intently. Wearing a well-pressed navy jacket, his eyes grew sharp as he monitored Todd's conduct. He wasn't simply another customer, he owned the establishment. And Mrs. Holloway wasn't simply another guest. She was his parent. Elijah Holloway reclined in his seat, experiencing a gradually intensifying rage. He had invested everything into establishing Pemberton's Bistro. His mother had supported him throughout years of hardship. Witnessing her treated as if she were unwelcome in an establishment he had built, it struck deeply. He gestured to the manager, Dana. "Monitor the 12th table," he whispered. "I'm interested in observing Todd's approach. Hold off on interfering for now." Mrs. Holloway courteously lifted her hand. "Pardon me," she said quietly. "If you have time, I'd like to submit my order." Todd released an audible breath of exasperation. "I'll return momentarily," he grumbled. Walking away to tea that instant, Elijah stood from his chair. He moved across the floor and intercepted Todd while the server was entertaining another table with jokes. "Elijah, hello?" Todd stuttered. "I wasn't aware of your presence." "I've been present," Elijah stated evenly, his tone containing undeniable command. "And I've been observing." "Observing what exactly?" "Observing you disregard my mother, who has been seated for nearly half an hour without receiving even water." Todd's complexion turned pale. Your mother?" "Correct, my mother. The individual you've treated as bothersome. The individual you assumed wasn't worthy of the identical courtesy you've been lavishing on every other table here." The entire restaurant became quiet. "Dana," Elijah directed, Assume responsibility for the 12th table. Ensure my mother receives everything she requires without delay. He faced Todd again. We'll address your employment status later. Currently, your shift is finished. Leave now. Todd remained motionless briefly, then exited silently. Elijah moved to his mother's table, kneeling to her eye level. Are you all right, Mom? Mrs. Holloway smiled, extending her hand to touch his. I'm well, dear. You managed that admirably. I should have intervened earlier. No, she answered softly. You allowed him to display his true nature. That approach sometimes proves more effective than immediate confrontation. As normal activity resumed in the restaurant, it became obvious that this incident would remain memorable. Dana ensured Mrs. Holloway's food arrived without further delay, presenting each course with genuine remorse. Mrs. Holloway received everything graciously. When Elijah joined his mother at her table, she grasped his hand. You've created something truly special here, Elijah. However, remember that an establishment like this extends beyond cuisine or atmosphere. It concerns how individuals feel upon entering. I understand, Mom. You provided everyone present an opportunity to witness reality. You demonstrated integrity in your response. That's what holds significance. Following Mrs. Holloway's completion of her dinner, Elijah accompanied her to the exit. You performed well, son, she expressed affectionately. I still regret the entire situation occurred. She touched his arm gently. The crucial aspect is your reaction. You offered everyone inside something meaningful to consider. That represents genuine transformation. Back inside, Dana assembled the staff. Tonight's events serve as an important lesson. Every individual entering this establishment deserves respectful treatment. Without exception. The incident reinforced Elijah's dedication to ensuring Pemberton's Bistro transcended being merely a restaurant. It needed to represent a venue where honor and compassion accompanied exceptional cuisine. For the patrons who observed these events, they arrived expecting sophisticated dining but departed with an experience, a testament to respect's significance, the value of advocacy, and the resilient dignity of those who won't allow mistreatment to characterize them.